Warm greetings from the High 10. It's Everyday Shenanigans. Thanks for joining me. Hope you all are well out there. It seems that there is no limit to the shenanigans pertaining to the disappearance of this baby. I don't see an end in sight. You can't even go to sleep and wake up a full day without there being something about somebody from that general area that has something to say 7 months later. How is it possible? Now we have something else. Someone else has something to say about what happened to Summer Wells. And what I find interesting is that you would come forward 7 months later. You had nothing to say day 1, day 2, month 1, month 2. There's no way in hell you're going to tell me you did not hear that this child was missing. But that's neither here nor there. I'll get into my commentary, and I'm going to try to be brief with it. After I play the audio, Evil Exists is the source of the said information. This guy, I don't know where he gets the information from, but he stays in the know, and he doesn't even live in this country. I'm trying to figure out, when do you people sleep? I'm running on no sleep right now. I've been driving around today, damn near with my head cut off, trying to get myself ready for my birthday weekend. I can't even get it together because I'm having too many things to do. And here's new information already on the wire. I'm like, my Lord. That's when you know the devil is busy, because the devil never sleeps. I want to send prayers out to Crystal Moore, my mod. Her son was in a very terrible motorcycle accident. So please pray for Crystal Moore. I love you, Buttercup. Know that God's got this. And if you need anything, the Queen is here. Amen. Thank you all so much for joining me. This is Everyday Shenanigans. I'm going to get into the set information. Thank you. 54 viewing. God is good. Thank you all. Thank you, honey. Thank you, Toaster Oven. Oh, you all have the catchiest usernames. I'm thinking about changing the channel name. It needs to be changed. Changes to more buffoonery. Hello, everybody. All right, everybody. Thank you. Yes, send prayers out to Crystal Moore and the family, praying that everything's going to work out in her son's favor. I know God's got this. He's an able God, and he's a way maker, and he's gonna do everything he can to make sure that this young man is okay. All right, everybody. I'm gonna bring you the said information. Oh Lord, it never stops. If you need verification, Evil Exists is the source. Don Wells gave details to a young man just 3 hours after, I guess, Summer goes missing. You'll have to go into the video to read everything, because he has a long description in the said video. Thank you for joining me.
Seen it all in the Summer Wells case, from Dawn and Candace fighting on live stream, to the church removing all footage of Summer from their website, and completely changing the way they broadcast their church services. Some new and strange information comes to light. The information we're about to talk about comes in the form of a Facebook video on the Skyline News Facebook page. They have more than 51,000 followers, and a news website too. According to the website, Skyline News is an investigative news team dedicated to truth, facts, and fair and balanced reporting. Skyline covers all of Western North Carolina, and their journalists include 6 investigators. 3 with law enforcement and legal backgrounds. 1 with forensic computer skills and 2 with undercover skills. So, it seems like the one journalist that works there does these opinion videos on different cases, and he gave some very interesting information recently. In his video, he said that he spoke to a young man who claims to have spoken to Don Wells just 3 hours after Summer went missing. Yes, you heard me right. 3 hours after Summer went missing. Don was concerned about Summer and spoke about a book and a sacrifice. The young man further told the journalist that he needs to check out the horse pond because Summer accidentally drowned. The man also told this reporter to check the last construction site that Don was working at. I'm going to play the video now and would like your opinion on it.
We had the opportunity to meet a young man, and I've got a message for that young man at the end of this here, and I'll share it with you. But that young man had a story to tell, and he told me right out there in his driveway after we were told to go see this person. And let me remind you, you've been looking for a red Toyota truck Tacoma with a ladder rack in the back of it, right? With some ladders in the back of it. We were told to go see this person, and we spoke with this person. And this person said that we should go to the horse pond, and he said that he spoke with Don Wells, which is the father of Summer Wells, approximately 3 hours is what he said, after she was gone missing. And that Mr. Wells had concerns about his daughter, but he talked about a book and talked about a sacrifice, okay? A sacrifice. That's what this man told me. So this is firsthand. He says he spoke with him directly 3 hours. Then he tells me as a reporter. And I say this as a reporter because that's important here in just a minute. So he goes on and says, you need to go check out the horse pond. And I said, where is the horse pond? He says, it's at Warrior Path. And that is kind of like a state park kind of thing where families go, they go horseback riding, they go in the lake out there and ride around and swim and so forth like this. But there is a certain area where a lot of families go that is a campsite area. And then there's another area that is a horse area, but other families go there to swim occasionally, okay? But he says that, this is what he said. I'm just telling you what he said, and we'll put this in print. But the man says that he was led to believe, okay, that this is what he thinks has happened, that, I have to be careful how I word this, that this is what he said. And I'm reporting to you what he said. He said that Summer Wells drowned at that horse pond. And when she drowned at that horse pond, the mother was upset about it and freaked out. And it was an accident, okay? And in that accident, they brought the body home. Apparently nobody wanted to know anything was going on. That's what I got. And I asked that man that. Is that what you're saying? Nobody wanted to know? They didn't want anybody to know what was going on? He said yes. So he goes on and he says, I would go check the last construction site that Mr. Wells worked at. And I said, okay, do you know where it is? He says, no. I said, okay. And he was very adamant about it. He said, no, just no. And that was it. And so I called around, and some neighbors that were in the area told me where Mr. Wells worked at, and it was for a Tucker building company. And I called Mr. Roger Tucker, who is the owner of that building company, and Mr. Tucker told us that he did work for him. He is no longer working for him, and that he would not answer any of our questions about where that construction site is, but that he confirmed that he is working with the FBI and the TBI in regards to this entire incident. So, with that said, we didn't know where else to go. We couldn't take our investigation anyplace else. We could not go to the construction site because we weren't told where that construction site was, and nobody else would tell us.
At Groupon, we want Valentine's.
All right. Thank you so much. Sorry about that. Evil Exists is the source. If you need to rehear the said information, woo, child, where do I begin? Where do I begin? J.R. Ewing, now why is you coming up here with this foolishness 7 months in? Boy, if you don't sit your tail down somewhere, and then Magnum PI running around asking questions, are you sure? Are you sure? So now we have Warriors Path brought back into the equation. A horse farm, ranch / pond, swimming hole. Are you people hearing this? Are you all hearing this? And let me address something else before I go into that. As far as this video Evil Exists did about the birthday party and somebody offering Donald Wells to come to North Carolina to do a birthday party for Summer. First of all, why would somebody need to go to North Carolina to have a birthday party for a child that can't nobody see? You can celebrate your child's birthday at your house. You can celebrate her birthday at a place that she'd like to go, such as the swim hole, the water park, the ocean, wherever the child likes to frequent. Of course, you know, in my opinion, it would be disrespectful to be doing anything for her birthday if you're behind the disappearance of the child. But I don't have a receipt that these two harmed Summer Wells. But going over to the next state for a birthday party, really, they've got 11 acres of land from what I hear. So they can set up a table, birthday cakes, cupcakes, cookies, flyers, posters, and all y'all can sit around and talk and laugh and shoot up balloons and birthday paraphernalia right up there at 110 Knots Landing Way. What's the problem? Why you need to go over there? Who this guy is now speaking in his commentary, I don't know, but he's working with some Skyline group out of North Carolina, Western North Carolina, that likes to track crime. Sir, did you not think to ask this young man or whomever he is, why are you just now talking about this story? Why are you just now giving out this information? And the obvious, did you take this information to the TBI and Hawkins County Sheriff's Department before repeating it to me? Secondly, why would Donald Wells tell a random stranger about a book, sacrifice, pond, construction site, all of this? None of this makes any sense. You're telling Magnum PI to go to a pond, lake, whichever you want to call it, for what? If she's not there, it'd be no point. Because then you go on to say, check the last construction site or a certain construction site. So you mean to tell me you're going to give somebody information about a construction site, but you don't have the location of the said construction site? Does that make any logical sense to even waste this person's time with this said information? Why would you even think the child is at a construction site? So which is it? She's at this pond or she's over at the site? So then it switches to what? She drowned at the pond allegedly, and then they took her from there to cover up her death, which makes no sense. Only a fool would do that. But then we are talking about Candace and Don, two stone cold idiots. Possibly would be dumb enough to try to cover up the death of their own child instead of trying to see if the child could be resuscitated, if indeed she accidentally drowned. So they cover up this child's death. I can't even speak right now. They cover up the child's death, and then Don takes the child to one of his work sites and what? Wrapped her in a lot of plastic trash bags, because I don't mean to be disrespectful, but this is what you would have to do to conceal the smell of death. Wrap her in a lot of bags and put her what? In the wall, the floor? What are we saying, sir? See, this makes no sense to mention a construction site when you don't even know where the site is. So you just assume because he does a certain type of work for a living, it's somewhere out there in America. Somewhere in the surrounding counties of Rogersville. What the hell are you saying? And why are you saying these things? You people are so disrespectful. Just disrespectful. Then Magnum PI says, well, there's nowhere for me to take this investigation, I guess, because I don't know where the construction site is. I don't have any way to anyway. I don't have nowhere to take it because I don't know where the site is. Okay, so did you not ask the guy that? Sir, what makes you think that the child, one, drowned and drowned at that location? Two, why do you think the child is buried at a construction site? This makes no sense. Oh my goodness. Every day it's something pertaining to this child. You see, if you people focus more on yourselves, besides running around to all these hoo-ha people repeating such ridiculous scenarios and situations, okay? As I've told people in the chat, most of you would never even come up with a drowning theory had she not been at the swimming hole. You're just putting two and two together, allegedly, from an alleged video, that Candace made shortly before going home, allegedly. So what you said to yourself is, she went to a swimming hole. There's pictures of her on TikTok. She ran around the city with her mother, different stores, and the grandmother and boy H. They drop off H, go home, and then she makes some short video for whatever weird reason, possibly not a weird reason. I don't know because I wasn't there. And now everybody says drowning, dry drowning. See, nobody has understood what this story is actually about, which is Candace's version. Ding, ding, ding. The same person that called somebody out west to pretend that their brother, stepbrother, was being taken away by the FBI. Are you listening to that part? Did you forget that part? Same person that got on the phone and lied to someone that their brother was being escorted out of the house by the TBI. It's the same person that spun this story of a child missing from 110 Knots Landing Way. Same person that just called the police on the 19th of this month that her husband had put his hands on her and threw her into a wall. And she allegedly broke her thumb with no visible bruises, wounds, and also using the same hand that allegedly was supposed to be broken. That same person. And now you also want me to believe that Don told a random stranger on June 15th that his child was what? Drowned, accidental drowning, sacrifice, then put into a wall. None of this makes any logical sense because you're going from one extreme to the other. It can't be all those things. So if she had a drowning, why would she be sacrificed? If it's accidental, how does a sacrifice play into the scenario? Who are you, sir? Just another scream queen for nighttime TV. You know, it was a time when we as people, those of us who were born from the 70s and 80s, we enjoyed a little nighttime TV, such as Knots Landing, Falcon's Crest, Dallas, Dynasty. And that is what you all are doing right now. You're putting a little bit of Duck Dynasty, low rent housewives of Hawkins County into Dallas, Knots Landing. All my children as the world turns. And definitely no Bold and the Beautiful. Take the beautiful part off. This bullshit has got to stop with these random stories and you $2 you know what coming out of the woodworks like roaches with a story. 7 months in, we've got a bisexual dancing around in a tutu talking shit. Now we've got Magnum PI and J.R. Ewing and some other crazy people on the wire crying in front of the computers. Can't see, can't hear. What the fuck is going on? You people are crazy. Jesus, I thought people were crazy with Cal City. Hell to the no. This is part 2. All the way down in East Tennessee. Man, you all are just as ratchet as them folks out west. You don't know when to stop. You don't know when to stop. Then you're all crying and talking shit about everybody else, what the hell they're doing on their channel and who said what and who got a cash app and, well, pay some damn bills. Y'all so concerned about what the fuck folks got going on in their own house, you worry about your own house. Hell, everybody that jumped on YouTube with the story for Summer Wells got a cash app. How about that? How about that? Everybody that went and got a Patreon, cash app, so mind your business. Mind your business. This is a business with YouTube. You must have forgot where you were. Doesn't matter what you're talking about. Don't mention no YouTubers in my chat, please. This is a business. You whining and crying about this and flagging this and that. YouTube don't give a damn about what y'all talking about, what you crying about, what you moaning about. That's the head honcho. You want to talk about anybody being greedy, making money? Yeah, we're going to go there in this live and I'm going to shut it down. Go cry to YouTube. Tell the person that owns YouTube he greedy. He's a money maker. He's hungry because he's feeding off of us. You think we get the whole shebang? You got to open the video first. All you people out here crying. Paid just about as less as a rapper trying to put a CD out. You people don't think. You don't think. This is a business. Whether you are talking about Summer Wells, her parents, the weather in New York, how to sew a quilt, how to put bait on a fishing rod, it's all the same. YouTube is the orchestrator of all of this. It is YouTube who gives a random stranger the partnership. Somehow some of you have forgotten that. So in the end, it's not going to really matter what somebody's talking about. It's not going to even matter. YouTube is the big honcho. So really, if you got somebody you want to complain to, that's who you should be calling. That's who you should be criticizing and crying to. Hey, YouTube, why are you making money off a little girl, a little boy's missing? Since everybody likes saying that. Go call YouTube. And see how well that registers with the owner of this conglomerate. You all ain't woke. This is a business, whether you like it or not. And if you're so disgusted, stop watching YouTube. Go back to watching Facebook. You got a lot of things you can do with your time. Go take a walk. Go take a hike. Go walk your dog. You all are pet lovers. Go take your dog for a walk. Go to your local community center. You see, everything's about eating and surviving. And that's obvious what's going on with these people coming out of the woodworks. Because I don't understand this person coming out this late in the game. What is the point? No way I believe Don Wells told anybody about a sacrifice. That is your own gossip, sir. You've heard that on social media. You've heard ugly things said about the church. You heard his commentary about the resurrection, and you're making this shit up. Because now what I want to know, when are you going to now show your face and run to a YouTuber? You've already gone to this Skyline group. So let's see which YouTuber you going to make it to first. Because that's what's next. Then you will have a YouTube channel. Come on with it, Queen. And then you will eventually have a Cash App, Patreon account, Pen Pal, PayPal. It's all the same. And then you all will start cussing and fussing about this random person. Don't y'all see this is just a dirty game off the backs of a 5-year-old child? That's all it's about. Thank you, CR. Thank you, honey. This is just messed up. This is just a messed up situation. We're now floating out of month 7. No sign of this child. And yet all we have are people coming out of clown cars, Winnebagos, airplanes, helicopters with a story. And basically a story that don't have anything to do with Summer Wells. Folks sitting in front of the TV, cell phones, computers, just talking to themselves. Talking about kittens and cats and dogs and parakeets. Nothing of relevance about this kid. Yeah, right. And appear in the chat. Thank you, Miss K. You got that right. Instead of doing something fruitful with their life, they all up in YouTube land. All up in the YouTube chat. I'm glad you said that, because that's so true. All up in the chat. Hi, how you doing? Hi, I'm here. Well, damn. Like you somebody important. Want to be a rock star, movie star so bad. For what reason? You don't even know what the hell's going on. I've had enough. I was disgusted with that mess that fell up out of New York the other week. Now here comes somebody else. I don't even know where the hell this person is from. If he's from Tennessee, he's from North Carolina. Where is he from? Or where is he from? So now we got to wait to see what Don Wells going to say about what he said. Because Don is going to say, I don't know who this person is. I ain't told nobody about no sacrifice and no book. Now, what book are you talking about, sir? I know you ain't talking about the good book. Because you can't mix the good book with sacrificing a human being. So what book are you talking about? The book of Satanism? What are you talking about? When are you all going to stop making up stuff? 7 months, you just come out of a helicopter talking about construction sites, ponds, drowning, sacrificing, a book. What book? Peter Pan what? Lord have mercy. Oh, Lord Jesus, help me. There's just no words. There are just no words to the utter nonsense you people got going on. Just stop it. Stop making up stuff. You know you didn't talk to Don Wells about nothing. We don't even know who you are. So we have to now sit and wait to see if you're going to come out and show yourself. So I give it till Sunday that you'll be on somebody's YouTube panel. And you have such an array of people to choose from because there's so many YouTubers out there. You could just go through the YouTube queue and pick out a YouTuber just like you're going to Macy's. You know what? I think I'm going to go to YouTube and I am going to find me a YouTuber who will listen at my bullshit because I have nothing to do with my life. I don't have nothing to do. I just got to go and find me a YouTuber. Now let me see which one am I going to go spin this web to. Oh, I think I'll go over there. She looks the most gullible. No, I think I'll go over here. He looks the most thirsty. It is time for you people to stop. Stop spreading lies and stories about this little girl and what happened on June 15th. Because the case is already out of control with the rumors and all the buffoonery that her parents have exacted since she went missing. I mean, nobody in their right mind would think a case would have gone as out of the stratosphere as it has. It left Hollerville and made it all the way to Los Angeles, California to the Dr. Phil show. That, you can't get no crazier. Can't get no crazier. Can't get any crazier. But this got to stop. Because now what's getting ready to happen? You're going to wait to see what Don has to say. Then we're going to wait to see which YouTuber is going to get the bid for this grand interview. Besides this man who's already talked to this person. And as someone in the chat said, did you call TBI and tell them about this pond business, construction sites business? As for Donald Wells not working for Mr. Tucker, very interesting. So, Don, you don't work for him anymore. And Mr. Tucker is cooperating with FBI, TBI, so he said to this guy here. Well, this is what I want to know, Mr. Tucker. When did you start cooperating with TBI? Because you kept Don on after the fact of finding out the child was missing. And maybe you wanted to show him favor and didn't think he was that type of guy. Or his wife was involved, whichever. But even after all that mess that went on with the messy boots touching down 2 times, that rumor circulated that Don didn't have a job. So most of us thought, well, maybe he just left the site, but still was hired on with Mr. Tucker. Now you told this guy here, Magnum PI, that he don't work for you anymore. You're cooperating with TBI, blah, blah, blah. So what I'm wondering is, when did Don last work for you? Is that the truth that he doesn't work for you? And when did you start cooperating with TBI? That's what I'd like to know. When did you start working with our great government? Last week, 2 weeks ago? When? Or day one when the child was reported missing? Have you always been working with TBI, sir? And if you're working with TBI, Mr. Tucker, what have you told TBI about Donald Wells? I'd like to know. I'm curious. And as for Magnum PI bringing up the red truck, I didn't understand where he was taking that point when he was talking to this guy, this mystery guy. What is the point of mentioning the red truck? What about it? You didn't finish. I didn't hear you finish. Maybe I need to replay the video. I thought you was getting ready to take me somewhere about the truck. Like, for instance, somebody that works for Tucker or Tucker has a red truck. That's where I thought we were going with this. Or the guy has seen the red truck somewhere. So I'm going to ask you, sir, Magnum PI, what is the point about the damn truck? Why did you even bring it up? I'm going to say this to J.R. Ewing. I'm going to say this to Magnum PI. I'm going to say this to anybody affiliated with the Wells. I'm also going to say this to the YouTubers, and I'm going to say this to you all random commenters. Just stop. Just stop it. Stop with the rumors. Stop making up stuff. Stop passing stuff like it's the truth. Just stop. Because you're ignorant at this point. And I don't believe anything pertaining to June 15th. And I don't believe anything that's come out of the mouths of too many of the people that immersed themselves in the case by purpose or by accident. As I said, the only person I half-ass believe is Boy H. Everybody else, I don't believe a word you're saying. I just don't. That's my opinion. Because I've had just about enough. And I'll keep saying that week for week. Who else is going to jump out the clown car? Who else is going to jump out the clown car? And I mean, they're dancing clowns. Literally. Dancing clowns. Just every other day, somebody is running the YouTube with their drawers tied up in a knot, trying to spin a web about June 15th. Donna Wells, Candace. But you have not told us anything of pertinent information pertaining to the child. Nothing about Summer Wells. That's why I don't ever say her name. I just say the child. I don't even want to say her name in the same sentence talking about buffoonery. It's time for you people to stop. It's time to stop. And sir, I don't know why you would go find these people and talk to this investigative group, whoever these people are out of Western North Carolina. I don't know what your motivation is, but you shouldn't be saying anything about Summer Wells. You shouldn't be saying anything about Donald. Shouldn't be saying anything about any of those people because those people are sinister and their spirits are bad. And the only thing you're getting ready to do is loop yourself into a Game of Thrones at the expense of a 5-year-old when all you have to do is just be quiet. But you're like everybody else. You want 5 minutes of attention for some sick reason. And I don't understand why everybody wants attention so terribly. But this goes to show that the world is screwed up. The world is screwed up. That all you want to do is get attention. It's sad to me. That's the latest information from Evil Exists. You can go on the queue to get the sad information. I don't have anything else to say because this makes no sense to me. As I said before earlier, for those coming in late, if Don and Candy want to have a birthday party for summer next month, do it at your house. You don't need to go to North Carolina. Like I said earlier, I don't know why somebody would even offer having a party for a missing child in another state. For what reason? They have 11 acres of land. They can set up 5, 6, 10 tables on the property and have a hold down up there. Get a barbecue pit, grill, open fire, have at it. Why do they need to go to North Carolina? Makes no sense. Privacy. He has privacy up there on the hill. Who's been up there bothering him? Besides some goofy ass folks that came out of town, they ain't nobody. They ain't nobody. Donald Wells could go right on his property right now and have a grand birthday party for Summer Wells if he chooses to, he and Candy. Stop making it more dramatic than it is. You want them to come to North Carolina to have a birthday party for a child that's missing, but they can't go drive and see their living children. Allegedly, somebody says they complained about it being too far. Candace said that, allegedly. I don't know if that's true. So who the hell's going to drive over the border to North Carolina to sit around at somebody's house or trailer park for a child that's missing? You people need to stop. Just stop it. Just stop it. That's the latest information. That's also content from Evil Exists about a birthday party this new mess here. J.R. Ewing telling Magnum PI about Mr. Wells talking about a sacrifice in a book upon her drowning in Warrior's Path, and now a mystery construction site that he can't verify or give the said information. So as I said, I believe this person is just making up stuff that they've heard from YouTube and just throwing out stuff to these people that they found off the internet. And I wouldn't have even wasted my breath even repeating this in an interview, video, audio to anybody. Because what is the purpose? Because the guy can't bring a receipt. Did he record the conversation with Mr. Wells? Of course not. Because it probably didn't take place. It probably didn't take place. Once again, sending prayers out for my mod, Crystal Moore. Son was in a terrible accident. Please send up your prayers for Miss Moore. I thank you all for joining me, following the content, sharing the content. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate 11,000 plus, almost 11.3 thousand subscribers. I thank you so very kindly. This weekend is the Queen's birthday. I'm looking forward to getting a little relaxation in, a little entertainment in. I thank you so much. I will go live briefly when I get to my said destination and get settled in. But I thank you all for following the information. If you'd like to donate to the channel, $ Big Angie 129 Cash App. Thank you all for the super chats during this live thus far. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this. As I said, it's time for everybody to put their feet down and sit down somewhere and just stop this foolishness pertaining to this baby. I mean, I can't take any more rumors, any more stories, any more clowns jumping out of clown cars, Winnebagos. Just stop it. You're making a fool out of yourself. If you could just see how stupid you look, you would stop. Thank you, baby. You would stop this. You know. The situation is already grim. 7 months in, nothing. And you people won't stop with the rumors and stuff. This is just, it's very disrespectful. Because if it was your child or your family member, you would be hot butter. Hot butter. If you saw what was going on and people spreading nasty rumors and making up stuff. We don't know what happened to Summer Wells. Only the people who got her gone knows what happened. Whether it was an accident and covered up, or an intentional harm to the child and discarded. Those people, whoever they are, they know who they are. They know what happened. All this extra stuff you all are doing, just stop it, okay? Enough of this. Thank you all for joining me. I'll be back with more content whenever. I can't say if I'll be back on this evening with anything, but I just wanted to bring this said information to you all that I saw in the queue. Evil exists is the source of the said information. And as I said, I do not know these people that are speaking on the audio. I don't really even care at this point because it's neither here nor there. I just think it's sick at this point, 7 months in, for more people to be jumping out of clown cars pertaining to giving us said information. I don't believe this conversation ever took place between Donald Wells and the said person. And yes, at the moment, I'm calling him JR. And the investigator, or whoever he is, I'm calling him Magnum PI. That's where I'm leaving it at. Now, we will see if Sue Ellen or Erica Kane decides she want to pop up in the story and bring us some tea and some old filthy gossip too. Because that's who's next to come up, Erica Kane. She should be on her way any second. You're welcome, sweetheart. Thank you all so much. Stop in the name of love. Now that's funny. Gotta love yourself first, honey. You gotta love yourself first before you can stop. And I don't see nobody in this group that has any self-love. This is a really bad, ratchet soap opera. Ratchet, ratchet, ratchet. I mean, this don't even qualify for pay-per-view. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is sad to me. You all have a safe weekend, and I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much. God bless all of you. And as I said, send prayers up for Crystal Moore. Her son was injured in an accident, so please send prayers up for Crystal Moore. I will give you an update when I get more information to how her son is doing. Thank you all so much once again. If you need verification for the information, Evil Exists is the source for that said video and the audio that's in that said information. Thank you all so much. I will talk to you. I see you down there talking about Erica K. Hey, that's who's coming up next. It's Erica K. JR that came up. You know, like I said, we got them coming in dancing tutus. They got groupies crying in front of cell phones and computers, sending a cease and desist. And it's just like, oh, let me say something about that too. Something I saw in the queue. That's probably the next video I'm going to do is about YouTube. How the hell can you send somebody a cease and desist when all you do is go live every day and talk all day long and gossip all day long, and then bring your dusty ass down here and stir up trouble in my home state? Did somebody send you a cease and desist when you was down there in Florida banging on people mailboxes? When y'all were down there making a mess down there with laundry baskets and shit, who was bothering you then? Who was chasing you? Who was following you? Who was knocking on your door, your hotel room door, following you home, knocking at your home door? How about that? You sit up on this thing like it's a real TV and go live all day long. Live. You don't even wipe your ass good enough for going live. And you got the nerve to send some YouTuber a cease and desist. But you a YouTuber now. Because you are nobody when you was down there in Florida banging around in that swamp. You and your little crusty ass friends. And then y'all come up here stirring up shit. And then you got the nerve to send somebody a cease and desist. You got a lot of nerve. Maybe somebody should send you a cease and desist for that fucking mop on top of your skull. Get you a good wig, you and your friends. And that other little dancing bird you got that likes to put a tutu on too. Look like we got a lot of little dudes walking around that like to put dresses on. Yeah, I said it. And I didn't stutter. I believe one of you want to be a girl. Now say my damn name. You people gonna get enough. You're gonna keep on. You're gonna end up a YouTube story yourself. Just keep on fooling with these folks and harassing these people out here. See, it's okay when you do it and you go out here bothering people, banging on people's doors, sitting outside of people's driveways, up in Rogersville, going to people's jobs, all down there in Florida, banging on people's doors and harassing the sister of Mr. Laundry. Some old trick bitch shit y'all was doing. But let somebody come roll up on you and bang up on your door. You be scared shitless. Just keep it up. Because your day coming. When you least expect it, you're going to be coming up out that door and somebody going to bang inside your damn skull. And it won't be a YouTuber. They'll send somebody. Or it'll be a random person that's been watching you on YouTube run your mouth. And they're going to say, I want to pay my friend a little visit. Just keep it up. You just got to YouTube and already threatening folks what they can say and not say on their own channel. But it's okay for you to be out here raising hell with people and strangers. You heifers, y'all something else with y'all selves. But see, that's what's wrong with you. You're self-entitled. You think your shit don't stink, but it does stink. Just keep it up. Just keep it up. Next time you decide to go live, cutie, why don't you put a hockey mask on? Because we're tired of looking at your ass. Yeah, we're tired of you. Because you're not talking about nothing. You walking around here making people think you're a damn detective, that you got, what, a detective agency? Well, maybe you should hook up with Casey Anthony. She's down in Florida. You want to pretend to be a PI? Well, go find Casey Anthony. She's trying to get her agency off the ground. So why don't you hook up with her? Why not? Call Casey Anthony. Maybe she can help you out. And maybe she also can find you a nice hairdresser. Get your fucking hair fixed. I said that. And then take your other fucking friend and take that bitch to the eye doctor. You don't want none of the queen. I've been trying to play real nice up here in this box, but you all are outrageous. The stuff that you're doing is foul. And you're going to get somebody hurt. You're going to get somebody hurt. And anybody falling in behind you, I can say it on this live now. Anybody falling in behind you, aiding you, they're cuckoo birds too. And I wouldn't give you one red dollar. I wouldn't subscribe to you. I wouldn't follow you. And I wouldn't listen to you. Because you're sick. And give your computer a break. See, I always be leery of the motherfucker that's got to go live for hours, for hours, for hours. That's the one you watch. Because, see, they got something to prove. And that's all they've done since they touched back down wherever the hell they stay. Just go live endlessly. But you ain't talking about nothing. I tell you what, when you was down here, why you didn't carry your ass over there to Knoxville and help all them homeless people over there that need a fucking place to stay? You want to help the needy. Why don't you help them? The city's trying to find a place to place all the homeless people in Knoxville, Tennessee. Since you like Tennessee so well, why don't you go to Knoxville and help the city council get somewhere for these people to sleep? How about that? How about that? You want to be of use to volunteer state, this great state of Tennessee? Come on back and go under the bridge down there on Broadway and lend a helping hand and bring you some wood and some supplies from the East Coast and down Florida. Bring us some supplies and help build some houses and apartments for the homeless here. Since you want to be of service. You want to be seen. Yeah. Bring some coats and socks and mittens, jackets, thermal wear, underwear. Come on, help us out, Knoxville. The city needs your help. You like going live all the time, talking about stuff and clout chasing off of Gabby Petito and Summer Wells. Well, hell, come on back. Help us out. You really don't want none of Tennessee. We ain't what you want. Because we didn't send for you. You all have a happy weekend. This is Everyday Shenanigans.